Okay, so see the topic of this payroll area and generally how to configure the payroll area and what is the configurations of the period parameters. I have covered these topics into the recorded sessions which I have uploaded, which I will share with you. So you have to go through it. You have to start configuring those things, and in case you feel any kind of a hurdle, you have to reach back to me that okay where you are stuck with the configuration.
Yes, sir.
Now today's topic is default values. Default values. Okay. And before going to the default values, can you tell me what PA20 is all about? What is PA20? What is PA30 is all about? What is PA20 and what is and PA30 and what is info type? What is info type? Can you tell me this?
Okay, sir.
We have covered PA20, PA30, right? Last time when you were there, I'm like I'm sure I would have explained it. अच्छा what is info type? ये बताओ. Okay, can you read this one out loud? Can you read this out loud?
Yes, to maintain master data,
Master
any
data.
kind
Okay,
of
one second, one
information.
second. What is a master data? What is a master
Master,
data? Okay, no worries. Please go ahead. आगे पढ़ो.
any kind of information which employee related, organization related, and any kind of functionality to be performed, we have to maintain info type.
We have to maintain info type. So, what do you understand by this statement? Can you help me out now?
Info type the short forms जो रहेगा
Short forms
जैसे
of what?
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन असिस्टेंट के लिए जो भी ऐसे वर्डिंग्स रहेगा.
Okay. Acha, can you tell me what is the employee related data? Employee related data. Let's say Sakshi
Yes.
Sakshi is joining ABC software company. Okay. So what are the details that ABC software company will be required from Sakshi? And what are the details does Sakshi has to share with the company? What can be those details?
Organization unit,
No, but
uh,
organization unit like okay. Why do you
personal
need organization
details.
unit?
नहीं, personal details.
Personal
जैसे कि
details, okay. Personal details. What else?
address,
Address, correct.
bank details,
Bank details,
educational details,
educational details,
previous employee details,
previous employee details,
onboarding details,
uh, one second. Onboarding details,
and basic salary.
basic salary.
Yes.
What else?
इतना ही पता है.
Well, these are the personal details, okay. But like, let's say when you are
Yes.
joining the organizations, what can be the organizational detail that you will hold? Let's say, hope you understand. What will be the organizational details that you will hold?
Organizational details,
That you will hold.
departments,
Like what? Okay, you are from which department, correct? What else?
location,
Okay, your location. What else?
पोजीशन मतलब पोजीशन क्या रहेगा?
1 second. So organizational details I'm saying, okay?
हाँ.
So position. Okay, correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Which position you
Reporting
got hired?
manager.
Which position you
Yes.
got hired, right? What else?
Yes. Reporting manager.
Who will be your reporting manager, correct?
Cost center.
But these are not the personal details, right? These are the organizational details
Organizational
that has been
details.
provided to you. What else?
Cost center.
Cost center. What is cost center?
Cost center it means
What is cost center?
याद पढ़ाया था.
Can you read this?
Yes. The cost center is linked to the position of an employee through the cost center assignment, like relationship in the relationship info
Okay.
types. Okay.
Okay. So what do we mean by that? In a simple terms, what can we say about cost center?
It means position and there's the cost.
See, in SAP, uh, every organization unit or every position generally is linked with a cost center. Now, why do we need a cost center? See, the purpose of cost center is to simply record that, okay, let's say you are hired for a particular position. You are hired for a particular position. Now, the purpose of the cost center is to record the different cost elements, the different cost elements involved while, or let's say involved under an organization unit while hiring for any position, so that costing data costing data can be passed on to FI team. Can be passed on to FI team. What is FI team? What is FI team? SAP FI team. What is an SAP FI team? FICO team.
Yes, FICO team.
Huh. What is the purpose of FICO team? What is the purpose of FICO team? The purpose of FICO team is to keep checks of configuration related to financial activities in system. Any doubt with this?
And also,
See, but then whenever the next time I'll ask you, you must have to answer it, right? You can say, okay, you don't have any doubt, but then again, uh, don't go with generally with the blank faces, and then all those things. What else can be the other organizational details? What else can be the other organizational details?
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिटेल्स में तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूनिट भी आएगा ना.
No, but we have
कि कौन सा
already mentioned the department, right?
Yes, yes.
That is as equal to the organization unit. Generally, an organization unit is the upper level entity, and then a department comes under that. But it is still the part of organization unit only. I mean, you can say department is a sub org unit, sub organization unit.
Yes. So इतना ही है
इतना ही
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
है.
डिटेल्स.
What about absences? How many absences will you get? Is this the personal details? Like, let's say I want Sakshi to be eligible for 10 casual leaves. I want Sakshi to be eligible for 5 earned leaves. So is this a personal detail?
No.
This is a organizational details, right?
Yes.
So absences and then attendances, different types of attendances. Let's say I want Sakshi to be able to apply regular plus overtime attendances. Any kind of overtime that she is doing. Overtime attendances. So those are the part of attendances generally. What else? What else could be there? Just now we spoke of, right?
Yes.
What we spoke of just now? Just some time back. Payroll area, right? Which payroll area does Sakshi follows? Which payroll area? Would she get the payments weekly or would she get the payments? Would she get the payments weekly or would she get the payments monthly or would she get the payments bi-weekly or how?
Yes.
Those details, right? And
Yes.
then employee groups and subgroups. That is Sakshi a part of salaried, hourly, or what? Correct? Correct?
Yes.
Those will be provided by organization to you, right? Those are not your personal details.
Yes.
What is your personal details? Your Aadhaar, your PAN card, your personal name, your date of birth. Those are the personal details, right?
Yes.
But this is the organizational details that has been provided to you. What else? Shift timings. What will be your shift timing? From let's say from what time to what time that you will be working. Correct? On a daily basis. Shift timings. What will be your shift timings? So those are some of these types of details. And similarly, alongside with the absence and attendances, there is another thing which is known as absence quota and absence attendance quota. What will be the quota that has been given to you? Absence quota and then the attendance quota.
एब्सेंस कोटा मतलब जो टोटल लीव्स जो रहेगा देन उनको डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा कि कैजुअल लीव्स कितना.
No, but like, acha, tell me this thing.
Quota.
Can you be able to apply how many leaves that you want in an organization? Like, can you apply 100 casual leaves in an organization from day one to let's say until next 3 months?
No.
Should you be permitted for that?
No.
Right. So you have to have a quota for that, right? Let's say I have designed a CL. Let's say I have designed a casual leaves for all the employees. Okay.
Yes.
I want to give the casual leaves for all the employees. But I am saying that okay, the people who are working in an engineering department, I mean not as in like my company is saying the people who are working in an engineering department should be given 10 casual leaves quota. 10 casual leaves quota. And then let's say there are people who are working in a marketing department. I am saying that those people should only get 5 casual leaves quota. They should get 5 casual leaves, but they should only get 5 casual leaves quota. Then I am saying there are people who are working in the HR department, or let's say they were working in the production department. But those guys should get 15 casual leaves quota in a year, of course, in a year. So I'm simply notifying over here in an year. Like in a year, how many quota should be there. So these are the different types of requirement that we get, right? That's why generally we have to create the absence quota. What is a casual leave? Casual is a type of an absence. Absence quota. So what is an absence quota? In an absence quota, I create casual leave, and in an absence quota only, I create earned leaves. In an absence quota, I'll also create sick leaves. In an absence quota, I may also create COVID leaves. Like it depends on to my organization as well. What are the other different types of leaves that they want to provide? Okay, so in a quota, I create those different types of quota for different types of employees based on to the. I mean, how can I segregate this? This is what. What is this? This is the personal sub area, right? Personal sub
Yes.
area, correct? We have spoken of personal sub area. What was a personal sub area? This is what personal. Let's say I'm calling it as a Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, right? And then I've created different personal sub area: finance department, human resource
HR.
department,
Yes,
IT.
IT.
Correct, right? So these are the
Yes.
personal sub areas. So that what I'm saying, what kind of a segregation that I'm doing over here on the basis of personal sub area, right? He,
Yes.
correct, right? I'm identifying who is from which personal sub area, and then I'm generating those things. And then okay. Let's say Sakshi, you are getting hired in an engineering department. Your friend gets hired in a marketing department, and her friend gets hired in a production department. Would you all get same types of casual leaves?
No.
No, right? You will get
Yes.
10, your friend will get 5, and her friend will get 15 because you all are from
Yes.
different departments. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that's why we need personal areas, and that's why we sometimes also need the employee groupings. Employee groupings. And then that's why we need employee subgroupings as well. Employee subgroupings. Okay. Now, uh, see, whenever I talk about the organizational details, okay, so here I will simply, so we were talking about the default values. So default values is actually related to that. Okay. So what I need to do whenever, okay, so I'll mention it over here, or let me again come back to the default values with the definition. Whenever I, whenever we hire through action PA40. Whenever we hire through action PA40, I want the system to automatically automatically default default payroll areas, work schedules, number range, or let me write it down over here. Let's say payroll areas, work schedules, number range, quota types, absences, and other organizational elements automatically automatically or and other organizational elements based on what, based on either personal area, based on their personal area, based on their personal sub area, based on their, either we call it as employee group, that okay, if he is a salaried employee then this, if he is a hourly employee then that, or we can simply say employee subgroup. Based on their personal area, sub area, employee group, subgroup. It could also be their country details, or it could also be their country, or let's say company code details. So I'll explain the simple requirement behind it. Okay. So let's say what I'm trying to do over here. Let's say any employee, let's consider one simple example. Any employee, if I'm hiring, if any employee I'm hiring for, let's say, how can we, yeah, let's say if any employee I'm hiring for Pune, or let's say if any employee I'm hiring for Maharashtra personal area, he should automatically be part of, or let's say his payroll area should automatically be, his payroll area should automatically be, let's say P1. I'm saying that this is a monthly one. Any employee I'm hiring in Maharashtra, automatically his payroll area should become P1. I should not have to do any kind of like changes into the system. Have you got this requirement? What I'm trying to say? Any employee. At the same time, I'm saying that if any employee I'm hiring for Karnataka personal area, his payroll area should automatically be P2. And P2, I'm saying that this is a bi-weekly payroll area. Just to consider it as an example, one example. I'm saying that okay, this is a bi-weekly payroll area. Have you got this requirement? So Sakshi, if I take your example only, let's say if I'm hiring Sakshi in the system, I'm hiring it for the Maharashtra location. Okay, for the Maharashtra personal sub area. So for the Maharashtra personal area, automatically you will be enrolled for the P1, that is monthly payment. But let's say if I'm hiring you for the Karnataka position, for the Karnataka personal area, then automatically your payroll area would become bi-weekly. Automatically you will get bi-weekly payment. So thus these kinds of rules and system can be set through the help of such kinds of rule can be defaulted in the system. How can we default it? Let's see. One second. Getting some. Okay. So generally, here is the T code for that. And it is generally known as, in SAP system, it is known as the features. Such kind of rules can be defaulted in system through the help of different features. Different features. T code for features is P03. P03. Okay. Now let's say I hear what we were talking about over here, that like in this scenario we want to default the payroll area. So for such kind of scenario we will use ABKRS feature. ABKRS feature. It generally is being asked in an interview that, let's say, okay, you have to default the payroll area for a particular type of employee based on to a personal area or based on to the employee grouping. How can you do? How can you perform such activity in the system? So what you can do, you can simply execute P03, you can go on to the ABKRS feature and then you can default the fields. So ABKRS is to default payroll area. Payroll area. How can I do that? ABKRS, and then I'll go on to the change mode. Here, I don't want all of these as of now. I'll delete this one. So your country grouping Molga. Yes. So what I was saying, that okay, let's say we have let's say what I'm trying to convey over here, that let's say we have a company code. Let's find our company code. Where is our company code? The one that we have created. So like what I have created in the previous session was which one? Which is the company code that I have created? Which is the company code I have created, Sakshi?
We made a like
Which one? Where? Where can I see the company code over here?
VSMH.
VSMH is the personal area, correct?
Yes, company
Where's
code
company code?
VSIN.
VSIN, correct, yeah. So here I am searching for the company code, CO code, right? Company code, C, company code. So I want to add a company code. How would I add it? Like I'll go into the filter and then I'll search for my company code, VSIN. I'll hit enter and then now found Wemuth Life Software India Limited. Right click it, check it, and activate it. And so now I have added it over here. Now what I need to do next that okay, in this company code, I am saying that in this company code I have created different personal area. So to add a personal area, I will go over there and select field for decision operation. I'll again I'll keep my cursor over here. I'll go on to the new nodes, create nodes, field for decision operation. In the field for decision operation, I'll simply add, let's say I can also add the employee grouping over here. It doesn't necessarily that I have to add the personal area of mine. So let's say I'm doing this type of a configuration where I have wanted to add a personal, where I wanted to add a employee grouping. So employee grouping. What is the employee grouping that I've created? Let's see. So I'll again keep my cursor over here and then I will go on to the new create node. So it will show me all the employee groups that I've created. So which employee group that I've created over here? Let's see. So like in this case, I've created employee subgroups E1, E2, F1, F2, and G1. Now let's say what I'm saying that okay, for permanent employees, let me go on to the E type of employee group, and let me also select F contract, and let's say let me also select G. So I've selected 3 employee group. So in a permanent, irrespective of the employee subgrouping, I'm saying that if any employee who's a permanent employee, he should be the part of P1 payroll area. So return value over here, I will set it as P1. P1. Oops, 1 second, sorry. E return value, I will set it over here as P1. Now, any kind of a contract employee, if I am performing a hiring action, I want that to be fall under a P2 payroll area, just as an example. So I'm selecting a P2 over here. Any kind of a trainee employee, I'm saying that anyone who is a trainee, so I'm setting up a return value for that employee as, let's say, P3. Otherwise, I will delete it. I don't need this one. And now what I can do, I can simply check this one. Decision tree contains the special character, but otherwise it is fine. And then I can simply activate it. Activate it. Okay. And then I can save it. And then I can again activate it. Okay. So now this feature of mine, particularly with respect to the payroll area, only with respect to the payroll area has been activated. Okay. Now I can simply go back, and whenever I will perform any kind of a hiring action through the help of PA40. So PA40 is generally we use to hire employees. So whenever we will perform any kind of a hiring action, 1 second, it doesn't show me over here. Maybe I have to change the user parameters. Now I'll again execute PA40. 1 second, let me completely go back and come again. PA40. Now let's say I'm performing a hiring action. I want to hire someone. Okay.
Yes.
Let's say I'm hiring that employee from 1st of January 2021. Just as an example, I'm not completing the hiring action as of now. Let's say he's a test employee and I have to search a positions as well. Okay. Okay. So position, let's say I'm hiring for senior executive of finance. But now can you see like you can be able to see over here the personal area, right? So personal area, I'm selecting the one that I've created, Wemud Life Maharashtra, software Maharashtra. Now here if I'm selecting If I select an employee grouping E, then in the next step, the payroll area, it will automatically be assigned as P1. If I select it as F, then in the payroll area in the next step will automatically be assigned as P2. If I select G, then in the next step automatically the payroll area will be assigned to P3. So that is how the default values generally work in the system. That I'm already defaulting some field based on to your geolocation or simply based on to the which employee group area that you are belonging to. So these are the segregations that I can do through the help of default values or through the help of features. Now, what are the other features in the system? What are the other important features? One other important feature is the numker. It is related to the number range. Number range. Number range of employee IDs. Let's say there is a particular number range I want to create for all the peoples of Maharashtra. I want all the people of Maharashtra to be fall under this number range. Let's say it is generally of an 8 digit, and from that to this 99999. So this is what I want. This is what I want for VSMH, for all the people who are belonging to VSMH. For all the people who are belonging to VSMH. What about the Karnataka people? So for them, I want to keep this number range. Let's say I have this number range which is available in the system, and their employee ID will be from this number range to this number range. Let's say I want to create such kind of a segregation in the system. Any employee who belongs to VSK will hold this employee ID. Any employee who belongs to VSMH will hold this employee ID. Acha, what is an employee ID? What is the benefit of an employee ID? Why we need an employee ID in an organization?
एम्प्लॉय के आइडेंटिफिकेशन के लिए, क्योंकि एक ही नाम से काफी एम्प्लॉयज रह सकते हैं.
So it's a unique identification number, right?
है.
Unique identification of an employee in a company. Employee in a company. What are the now where we can see this number range? Again, I will use the same transaction code P03. I'll go into the P03 and I will type NUMKR, numker, and I'll simply click onto the change. Now, can you see here I've segregated it on the basis of country grouping. I'm saying that in country grouping, that is 40 India, company code, that is, let's say, TTIN. I'm saying in that company code, if a personal area is TMMH, then it belongs to 02. Now, how can I see that, okay, which one is 02? So I can simply go to the PA04 and see that. PA04. So I can click onto the number range status and see this is the number range, which is the 02 that I've given over there. Number range, that is the 02 that I've given over there. Here 02. 02 for this. This is a different type of a personal area. Let's say in this case I'm saying that, okay, the Karnataka or the Maharashtra employee will belongs to this number range. So I can simply give this 03 over there. How can I give it? I can simply go here onto the personal area. I can create new node, and here I can simply type the personal area of mine, VSMH. So in VSMH, I will again check, right click it, it will came it over here, and here I will again create a new node, and simply I can say that I want which one I want. I want 03. So in simply I can create simply I can pass on the 03 as a return value transfer. So any employee I will hire for VSMH personal area will take the number range, take the employee ID from this range. This will be the range from which the employee ID will come. We'll see those demos. You don't have to worry about it. We'll see those demos in an entirety. But I'm just giving you the idea about what generally the features are all about. Features are all about to defaulting the values in the system. How do I access feature? I will access features through the help of PE03 T code. Now, for defaulting different types of fields, there are different types of features. These are the feature like let's say here I was defaulting the payroll area. Here I was defaulting, let's say, the number range. Let's say I want to default the salary. So I will go to the LGMST. LGMST. Okay. Simply, let's say if I want to default the administrator, so I will go PINCH. So these are the different features which are available in system. Okay. So there are n number of such features, but we will study the common ones, which are the most important ones, and which are usually being asked in the system regularly. I mean, most of the times. Any doubt with the features? So why? So now quickly explain me why we are using features.
फीचर्स अपडेटिंग के लिए मतलब कोई भी जैसे कि सॉफ्टवेयर रहा या फोन्स रहा न्यू फीचर्स आए तो मतलब इन फीचर के लिए हेल्प के लिए
No, we are using features to defaulting the values. What kind of values? What kind of values? We are defaulting the organizational related values. Organizational related value, like what payroll area को default करना हुआ, shift timings को default करना हुआ, quotas को. See, these type of scenarios will be help. I mean, these types of scenarios would only be able to create through the help of features only, right? Like let's say if I'm defining that, okay, if someone is belonging to engineering personal area, then there is a feature which is known as QUOMO. So in QUOMO, I can simply define that, okay, if someone belongs to engineering field, then automatically he should get 10 casual leaves. If someone who belongs to marketing field, then automatically he should get 5 casual leaves. So it is done through the help of features only. How can I, what is the T code to access features? What is the T code to access features? Transaction code. What is the transaction code? Here we have just now studied, right? What is the transaction code that we use to access features? T code, T code. What is the T code that we use to access feature?
T code
P03. Correct?
PE03.
Yes. Now let's say I want to default the payroll area. What should I, which feature I will use over here? I want to default the payroll area. Which feature I will use over here? Should I use this one? Is this one correct?
ABKRS.
Correct. ABKRS. Let's say I want to see only. I don't want to make any changes. I just only want to see how the system is configured at the moment. What can I do? I don't want to change anything. Sakshi, what should I do? I will go into the display mode. I only want to see, right? In display mode, I cannot make any changes, right? So in display mode, I can go and I can check the things. I cannot make any changes over here. To make the changes, I have to again go back and I have to go into the change mode. And now I can make the changes. Okay. So hope you must have gotten some idea about features. I will put the recording. Maybe you can try executing this T code and then you can look what these different features are all about. And even in the features, like you can first go into the PA20 slash and PA20, and can take any of the employee from the system. Like let's say there is this employee in the system, and if I'm executing info type 1, then I can see that okay, in info type 1 these are the organizational related details, this is the different payroll area. And then if I execute info type 2, then in info type 2 is all related to the personal data of an employee, and this is how I can see about the personal data. If I execute info type 6, then it is all about the address related things, and that's how we can check it. And let's say if I want to change anything, so how I can simply go from maintain over here, or I can simply execute PA30. I can simply execute PA30.
चेंज
Correct?
सर जो आपने पूछा था PA1020 वो PA10 क्रिएट के लिए है
Okay.
वही है ना PA20 डिस्प्ले
Okay. Now,
और
Sakshi,
PA30
let's say I want to open another screen. I don't want to close the screen. Let's say I want to open another screen. What should I do?
/n
But slash n. Okay. Slash n. But this is another. This is the same screen. I'm not in another screen. Let's say I'm closing this one. Okay. So there's only one screen open. I'm executing /n. I'm in the same screen. I'm still not in any another screen. What should I do? Which one I should use?
PA30 तो चेंज के लिए है
See, PA30, PA20 is all to see the info type records. I want to open a new screen. Correct. I don't want to see info type records. I just want to open the new screen.
सर
I'll use /o. Correct. We have spoken. If you remember, /o. I'll hit enter, generate, and see I have now two screens. This one and this one. Correct.
PE03 पेरोल के लिए है
P03 is for default, defaulting the value. Defaulting. Defaulting.
PE03
Features.
defaulting the value
Defaulting the values. Okay. Let's say I want to open a customization screen. What should I do? Customization screen. What should I do?
I don't know मुझे नहीं था मैं तो भी
We'll use SPRO. Correct. We have spoken of SPRO.
yes
What is an SPRO all about? Customization. Customization
yes.
screen, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's it for today's session. Follow up the recording, and if you get any kind of a doubts, you can reach out to me. It's not much of the recording. There are a lot of